Why human beings can't live only for themselves. Sometimes, I think human beings become tired, not because life is difficult, but because life slowly becomes too small. Just our thoughts, our stress, our opinions, our plans, our ambitions, our screens, and our problems. And after some time, the mind starts carrying existence almost completely alone. Maybe human beings were never meant to live entirely inside themselves. Today, many people spend most of their life inside their own mental space. Thinking, planning, reacting, comparing, and scrolling. Explaining themselves internally. Trying to stay emotionally in control all the time. Even rest has become mental. People sit quietly. But the mind keeps speaking. And slowly, something strange begins to happen. The inner world becomes louder than the outer world. The world is still there. Nature is still there. Other people are still there. But many human beings begin experiencing life mostly through the noise of their own mind. For most of history, human beings did not live so separately from everything around them. Life constantly reminded people they were part of something larger. There were elders, shared meals, community, prayer, silence. Nature, family memory, rituals, traditions, and blessings. Even simple acts carried emotional meaning. Sitting near grandparents. Touching an elder's feet before leaving home. Eating together quietly. Looking at the sky before rain. Lighting a lamp in the evening, and praying before sleep. These things were not only religious habits or old customs. Many of them quietly helped human beings step outside their own isolated mental world. But when life becomes completely self-contained, something inside people slowly becomes unstable. Many people now feel responsible for carrying their identity, their emotions, their meaning, their healing, their direction, their worth, almost entirely by themselves. And at first, this can feel like freedom. But after some time, the mind becomes crowded. Overthinking increases. Restlessness increases. Small problems begin feeling heavier. Silence becomes uncomfortable. People stay constantly stimulated, because stillness starts revealing exhaustion underneath. Maybe this is one reason modern life can feel emotionally heavy, even when people are more connected than ever before. And maybe this is also why many relationships today feel strangely thin. People communicate constantly, yet many still feel deeply alone. Many interactions slowly become centered around usefulness, convenience, attention, validation, or temporary emotional relief. We update each other, react to each other, message each other, and consume each other's lives. But fewer people feel deeply accompanied. Fewer relationships feel calm enough to quiet the human mind. Sometimes people are surrounded by communication, and still feel emotionally unseen. The truth is, no human being really lives alone. Someone gave us birth. Someone carried us before we could walk. Someone raised us through years we barely remember. Someone stayed awake when we were sick. Someone taught us how to speak, eat, live, and understand the world. Even the simplest parts of daily life quietly come through other human beings. The food we eat, someone grew it. The clothes we wear, someone made them. The homes we live in, someone built them. The roads we travel on, someone worked on them long before we arrived. Human life is constantly supported by seen and unseen people. And maybe, human beings also remain emotionally healthy in a similar way. Not through complete isolation, but through care, companionship, guidance, love, shared meaning. And relationships that make life feel human. In many traditions, asking for blessings was never only about superstition. It was also a reminder. I am not carrying life completely alone. Someone walked before me. Someone wishes me well. Someone is guiding me. Something larger than my ego exists. That changes the human heart more than people realize. Because, human beings often become healthier, when they remain connected to gratitude, guidance, humility, reverence, care, and trust beyond themselves. Maybe this is why human beings need other people, nature, wisdom, silence, love, community, prayer, and moments of stillness. Not because people are weak, but because human beings are relational by nature. A completely self-contained life eventually becomes heavy. Maybe the human heart was never meant to carry existence entirely alone. And perhaps, some of the oldest human practices survived for thousands of years. Not because human beings were foolish, but because they understood something modern life is slowly forgetting. Maybe this is why so many people today feel mentally crowded, emotionally restless, and strangely disconnected, even while constantly surrounded by stimulation and communication. But how did human life slowly become this self-contained? And what happens to the human mind when it spends too long separated from grounding, meaningful connection, and something larger than itself? We will explore that clearly in the next video.